Hey guys, this is Melanie Hinds, your fastest Iraqi nurse around the net. I did a long live this morning. You can find more details, but there's an article here that says oversupply and U.S. Demand jitters push oil towards second weekly decline. Guys, everybody's looking at the U.S.'s Trump's negotiation with President Xi. They've been preliminary. Also, there's a little delegation of the U.S. over there in Iraq. I have this article here that the Forex is loaded. Behind the scenes, it says it's active infrastructure integration with a public rate visibility that you can't see yet because it's suppressed, but loaded across all FXVU telemetry layers. The presence of the IQD on active Forex platform confirms that institutional infrastructure is engaged, but you can't see it if you look it up on Forex right now. It's hidden until it says release is now dependent solely on coordinated political timing optics. There you go. I don't have to show you that. Release is now dependent solely on Release is now dependent solely, if this is backwards, I apologize, on, what is it? Coordinated political timing. Optics. It's optics right now with the countries. It's all optics. And, there's a lot going on. So, that's the article my intel person, the retired colonel, sent me. Also, the ISX did $4 million worth of shares in weekly trading. All the other articles, because, there's a holiday coming up on Tuesday. Everybody thinks it could happen Sunday night or it could be released today. A lot of people are saying today. The other articles were all about gold rises on weak U.S. jobs data and rate cut hopes for December. They're looking at the interest rates. Guys, all the countries are positioning themselves with each other. And I'm like, this light is finally coming out. It's been a very great day here. Dollar post weekly gain as Fed rate cut bets rise. Everybody looks at the markets to bet on what the rates are going to be. It's kind of like Vegas. They all bet and they all post shorts and puts. They want to see if they can earn money on the difference and bet on where it's going. It's just the way the game is played everywhere. And the other articles, there were no significant other articles today. And then we go and look at what everybody else is saying. Let's see. Militiaman said, the central bank governor told us more than once a project to delete the zeros off the exchange rate is going to happen. It's still in process. They're working on it. He can't tell you exactly what's going to take place, but he can give you some information. If they do an adjustment, drop the 3 zeros, 0.00076, then apply a real effective exchange rate based on fundamentals. The fundamentals are off their gold and their reserves. We know they have 167 or 60 or 70 metric tons of gold, plus they have all the oil, plus they have all their reserves, plus they have all those other things they found in the ground. They can do geological 3D surveys of the ground. They've seen what's under the pyramids. Everybody can do it in every country. I think that's what's going to bring everybody to, what did Trump call it in 2017? Level playing field based on their resources under the ground, also based on their diversification of their incomes or their GDP. And Iraq is very highly touted right now, but it's right next to Kuwait, and Kuwait was worth $3.26. One Kuwaiti dinar equals $3.26, but yet Iraq has been touted by the IMF, the World Bank, everybody that they have the most state-of-the-art banking system. It's all run by AI. Everything's been secure and stable, and now they're going to be economically stable when they do change the rate. Frank 26 says, I only showed you 3 numbers, 322, 386, and 425. You may say, is that the exchange rate? And he said, that's not giving you an exchange rate. It's giving you a comprehensive study of what they said the float can do in order to reach the real effective exchange rate. Mark Z comes in and say, it is believed they are holding on to the budget because the rate is in it. This is what my sources in Iraq are saying. A number of them work in the government of Iraq. They are hearing the Iraqi budget has blank spots in it. Mark Z said quite a few, and there's a mechanism in the budget for a rate change. Why would there be a mechanism in the budget if they weren't expecting an RV? Guys, well, if it's a digital banking system that's transparent and immutable to everybody, they're not going to put the rate in until they're ready for it to be seen, whether it's a budget or not. Mountain Goat, what you want to see is a nominal rate put back on Forex when it comes out following the project of removal of zeros. It is repegging to a new basket and off the sole peg of the US dollar that will allow for a very high rate to be announced on Forex. They told us they do not plan to float it once they remove the zeros, but will float once on Forex. The mere fact that they talked about not doing a float in the same articles about removing the zeros told us this fact. Guys, everybody's projecting. They really don't know. But my knowledge of what happens is it either goes back at the rate it was previously at, which is 322 when it was taken off 20 years ago, or the CBI gives the Forex a release like this that says clearly that it's going to be 4.8101. And if they take off 3 zeros, why can't they just do it from that rate? Right? Nobody knows. The point is nobody knows. We do have a holiday, Veterans Day, and their elections in Iraq are next Tuesday. So we're holding our hopes up that it's this weekend or Sunday at 5 maybe. But our banks will be closed, I'm pretty sure, on Veterans Day. So that would give it, if they open the banks tonight, guys, it's very possible that the people that are like TNT Tony, they said their contacts were at the IMF today, told them that it can come out today at 5. I'm going to be going live as soon as my AI Advantage training is over. So you can look for my live stream because I still can't schedule those live streams. So I hope to see you there. We're going to be celebrating. Bring a cocktail, whatever you want to sip on. It could be coffee. It could be an energy drink. It could be water. It could be Gatorade. I really don't care. I live with a husband that doesn't drink, but I need to blow off some steam. It's been a long week with my AI series, also my dog training. Let's see. Samson says, article, IMF forecasts Iraq will be the fourth largest Arab economy by 2030. Guys, we're hoping it's going to be a lot sooner than that. And then boot on the ground, Maxis said, I just talked to an Iraqi general. I asked him about the Iraqi dinar. He said, it's all about America. I asked about Kuwaiti dinar, and he said, America likes Kuwait, but not so much Iraq. The interpreter's English was not very good. From what they understood, they are waiting on the U.S. They seem to be very happy about everything happening here. I asked for a picture with him, but it's not allowed. So guys, what do you think? I want you to comment down below, and hopefully you'll see us live whenever I go live tonight. It's either going to be 5:30 or 6. Somebody was saying the reason why the Kuwait is so high is because you can't get your hands on the Kuwaiti dinar. That's because it's on the Forex. Once the parallel market will stop as soon as this is back on Forex, the U.S. dollar will have no play in Iraq. Already they made the U.S. dollar illegal on the ground there. They call it a nominal rate. Even the military couldn't hold U.S. dollars there. So guys, they've had strict controls. They've had the auditors all over Iraq. This thing has got to be close to being done. What do you think? Again, TNT Tony said it could be any time. They could open up the exchange centers even today because they know what the future rate will be. I talked this morning about that because we go through articles almost daily that talk about the futures price of oil and then the spot price of gold, but there's always a futures price and the spot price because anybody opening those centers knows what the future price is once it goes live on Forex. And if they know for sure it's going to be live on Forex, they'll open up the centers, get in your currency at whatever they can negotiate out without you knowing what the public rate is, and then they would take it into the banks when it's the highest rate, or the banks would exchange it for the higher rates once it hit those higher rates. So that's what banks do. They take your money and they earn money on your money. So be careful of that. We will be waiting until the banks open so we can do a private exchange. You can go to those centers if you want. I would love to hear your experience after, but I have a feeling they're going to make you sign an NDA. If you don't want to sign an NDA, you want to know what my steps are, it'll be down below this vehicle pinned as a comment, and you can just email me. It takes about 24 to 48 hours to get my response, but over the weekend it may take a little longer. I'm not sure if I'm going to be live tomorrow, but I'm going to be live tonight. So I hope you'll join us with a cocktail so we can celebrate, talk more about how you manifest this. You really have to approach it with the end as mind. Change your mindset right now so that you can be wealthy. Amen. So guys, I will see you tonight. Pray for me because I'm going to be in that thing coming up at 2 to 5:30. Last night it went till 5:30. And so I'll be live as soon as I can tonight, and it'll be fun. And I hope you'll join us. See you later. Bye.